Oh, man.
Hey, Old Man on the Mat crew, this is Tony Jones coming at you with another great episode of Old Man on the Mat. Yes, you know what I'm going to say. I am fired up. I'm fired up, man. You know what? Seriously, life is too good not to be fired up, man. I don't care what's going on in your life. I know we have a lot of struggles out there, but, man, every day you take a breath is a good day, right? Oh, man, I'm fired up, guys. Once again, I love to put in the front of this thing because I really appreciate everything you guys are doing for us, the feedback I'm getting, the support, the comments on everything. Thank you for just supporting what we're doing out here. But, guys, I'm fired up about this guy that's coming on today. I got a guy here. I found him on Instagram, and I love seeing because I follow so many guys out there, and I just love interesting people, and this guy, which is he's a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He owns Patriot Beard, which is pretty cool. He's telling me a little bit about it, which is really cool. But, guys, with that, I'm giving you a guy that's from Nevada, Jeremy Litka. How you doing, brother?
Good, Tony. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, thanks for coming, man. How's your day going, brother?
It's been good. A little slow at work. Came home, played with the dog, and here we are.
Okay, that's a good day, man.
Getting ready to. I got to go to class. Got to help out with the kids' class tonight, and then do the adult class. And
nice. Now, are you what's it like? Because most purple belts I know, I won't say most of them, but a few purple belts I know are the mat enforcers. Are you the mat enforcer?
No, I just got my purple belt right before Thanksgiving.
Okay, congratulations, man.
We have a couple other mat enforcers. I'm just the. They refer to me as a silverback gorilla.
Okay.
I'm the
the pressure
big
guy.
Yeah. Actually, we have quite a few dudes. Actually, kind of nice.
Oh, is it really? Where do you train out of? Where at?
I go out of DC Jiu-Jitsu, we're in Gardnerville, Nevada. We're under Yamasu.
Okay.
Yamanu.
Gotcha.
Out of Sparks. Jerry Hallard is our grandmaster, or whatever you want to call him. He's a good guy, kind of weird. I went to high school with him.
Oh, yeah?
He's actually younger than me, graduated with my wife.
Oh, man.
And he's been a cop up there for 20 years, and he believes in getting all his guys into being blue belts. So
okay.
It's kind of cool to be connected to him.
That is really cool, man. Especially somebody you've known forever, basically have known of for so long. That's pretty cool. I know at our place too, we have a lot of police officers out there, man. It's really cool to roll with some of those guys. It's pretty cool, man. I think everybody should learn it. I really do. At one form or another, especially police officers with the stuff these guys go through, man.
Yeah, my last tournament, the guy was a police officer, and that's why he said he got into it. He said that he wanted to learn, to control people without losing his temper, or if you get tackled and you're on your back and you got all this gear on, learning to defend yourself.
Yeah.
And defend your gear.
Yeah, it's a lot they go through, man. When I was 16, I was the youngest guy out in Chicago. My instructor, I was doing it with him. Then he had to go do something else. He left me with the program I was teaching some of the Chicago Police Department aggressive tactics, as we called it back then, way back then. And it was fun being a skinny, 160-pound, 16-year-old trying to show these cops this stuff. They listened because my instructor was there. It was pretty cool though. Oh man. Well, I like to start all these things out so everybody get to know who you are and how'd you start. So how did you start your journey in martial arts? Is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu the first thing you've ever done, or when you were a kid you watched the Kung Fu theater and all that kind of stuff? You got addicted to it like all of us.
When you're younger, you do the karate thing where you're doing the steps, where you're just punching or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it gets boring after a while, right?
Yeah.
And I wrestled a little bit in middle school and high school. Wasn't very good at it. Just had my sights on different things, football and lifting weights.
Yeah.
And then at about 42 years old, my uncle was on Facebook talking back and forth to who's now my coach, Matt Tamadong, and they were stationed in Honduras together.
Okay, wow.
And somehow both ended up where I live, so I said, I'm going to go check this out. And here we are. It's been about 6 years here in March.
That's good stuff, man. How were you feeling when you first walked on the mat? Did you walk on saying, man, I'm bigger than these guys, I could take some of these guys, or are you really, really nervous?
I was pretty nervous, but I I watched some videos. I think everybody knows who Jiu-Jitsu is.
Yep. Yeah.
He has a lot of stuff talking to white belts
Yeah.
about mentality and
Yeah.
how to approach things. And I had watched some videos and I said, well, I'm going to go in here and just do whatever. Like, to learn, leave your ego out the door is the number one rule. If
Amen.
you don't, it's going to get taken from you. So don't worry
Amen.
about it.
Amen. That's right.
And you learn pretty quick, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, my first night, my professor's wife, she's about 5'3" Filipino.
Yeah.
She she triangled me, and I was laughing.
Oh.
And because I'm like, oh, this is my first time, and I'm just kind of expected, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
yeah, this is what I knew was gonna happen, and she triangles me, and I'm laughing, and she says, if you're laughing, you're breathing, so either tap or go to sleep, you know? I said, okay, well, I better figure this out. Don't get caught like that again.
Right. Oh man, that's a wake up call. Or welcome to BJJ.
Yep, and that was day 2 or something, and you just get hungry. Either you find, either you get hungry for more, or it's not for you.
Yeah.
And you disappear. That's
You
just
know
the
what?
way it goes.
Yeah. That's the way it goes. You're absolutely right, man. You're absolutely right. And when you fell in love with it, I didn't mean to cut you off there, but when you fell in love with it, you just went right for it, huh?
Yeah, I'm just kind of one of those in my life. If I'm going to commit to you, I'm committing to you. I'm not going to be half-hearted about it. If I told you I was going to play softball with you, I'm going to be there every game.
Yeah.
If I'm dependable, I'll show up every game, and that's how. Once I got dedicated to the jiu-jitsu, was just like kind of like a drug at first,
Okay.
because you start doing things like set small goals, like, okay, I'm not going to tap 5 times in 5 minutes to the purple belt today. Let's see if I can't defend it longer. And
Yeah.
you get there. Some guys just want to. If you go in thinking you're going to win practice, it's going to take you a while to grasp it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I used to go in and thinking every round was a competition. I can't let this guy beat me. You don't learn that way. You don't learn at all.
No.
There's nothing you can do by being on top all the time. But man.
And some of that's, I played football in high school, and I remember I had to block this guy. And this kid was like one of my best friends, but he's just a phenomenal athlete.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, I'm never going to make this block. We ran this play, just me and him, the whole team stopped. We ran that play 40 times until I blocked him. And I'm pretty sure he let me block him so he could just finish.
Really?
But I was like, man, I'm not giving up. I'm going to block this kid.
Right.
And that's just a little bit, not much of a quitter.
Okay.
Well,
you can't be a quitter. I'm looking at some of the things you've done over your life, man. You've done skiing.
To give everything a shot, right? Like you say it in your intro there. You living your best life.
That's right, brother.
Give it all a shot and see what you like, see what you don't like.
There you go.
Have fun trying it.
I love that, man. Now, I'm looking at some of your stuff. I'm always fascinated. I know if you listen to some of my podcasts, you notice I talk about guns on there. I don't do a whole thing, but I love guns. I'm an avid shooter. I love, haven't done many competitions, but I like to, plunk a lot. You know what I mean? What got you into shooting?
My dad's we've always been into shooting and hunting growing up, but just in the last 10 years, just picked it up on the side. I had some friends that owned a business, and then I had some other buddies like, hey, you should try this. So we just started shooting these local like IDPA matches.
Yeah.
And I did a couple like 2-gun matches where you transition from pistol to rifle.
Yeah, those are cool. Those are cool.
And these guys all teach these classes and do long range shooting, and I just it's just a lot of fun. It's moving and fun.
Yeah.
To shoot, and the challenge is there, right? They set up a course and you gotta go through it, or like the close quarters combat kind of stuff going through a house.
Oh, those are awesome.
So again, like I didn't serve in the military or anything.
Yeah.
But to learn from guys that did this stuff for a living, it's pretty fun. It's pretty cool. It's
It's a lot
try
of
it.
fun. Oh, exactly. It's a lot of fun, man, and you learn real fast how much you little know. I mean, how little you do know. Because
Oh yeah.
I'm like yourself. I've been around guns. Born and raised Southside Chicago, but that's not the reason I've been around guns. But I thought I knew a lot about guns, and I get in the room with some guys that can train you, and I got all these guns that I've gotten, and man, it's an eye opener, man. I love it, man. Learn from some of these special forces
Yeah,
kind of
they got
people.
all these little things, how to hold your hands, where to hold your hands,
Yeah,
best movements, smooth as fast.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. I tell you, it's a range out here. I'm a member. It's one of the ranges where you got to take tests to get involved. They won't let you become a member unless
Oh, okay.
it's really cool. And love the range. I never got into really the lane ranges. You stand there and just shoot. I got to have open in this range called Alpha Range out here in McHenry, Illinois. And it's really cool, man, because it's a open warehouse. When you get in there, you set up any way you want. You know what I mean? So you can roll
Okay.
out on the floor. You can shoot the walls with 50 caliber. You can do all that. Man, that was when I got in that place. It was an eye opener, man. Do you ever shoot in ranges like that where you can set it up the way you want and just start popping through?
Yeah, there's a couple of range. We have some set ranges here, but we have BLM, which is we have open land. Like just
Okay, yeah,
go take this stuff, and me and a couple buddies will set up some targets and run a course.
yeah,
Where you gotta transition. They'll do scenarios like you're at the gas station and your wife went in and you heard some gunshots. Go in and save her
no, that's
without
awesome.
shooting any civilians. So there'll be like civilian targets and targets with guns, and you gotta on the fly think about which one.
That's cool,
You know,
man.
because what it is you're so trained to shoot paper right when you
Yeah,
see it, right?
yeah.
Well, the first time I did it, I walked in, I shot that first target, two holes right in the chest. Well, that was an innocent bystander. He wasn't holding the gun.
Oh, dang! Wow.
So they put you in, these little scenarios. My buddy will set it up, and I got one guy. He's a former ranger, and actually he's a Slipknot's private security right now.
Oh,
So
wow,
yeah,
wow.
he's a good dude to learn from.
Yeah, no joke. Holy cow. I remember it's a place out here, also another place where this was like, man, I don't know if I'm sure they still have it. But this was maybe 15 years ago. It's a gun range out here, and they had this simulator room where they had, a Glock 19, but it was weighted, everything else but it was a laser, and
Yeah,
everything's on the screen, just like that scenario you're talking in live. It was on the screen where you walk into this thing, it interacts with you and everything else. That was intense, even at that. I'm shooting a few hostages a couple times.
yeah. But I have a buddy that owns a gun store here where I live. They actually his big thing is painting the guns and camouflage them and whatever. But
Really?
he got a simulator like that so that he could help train for like concealed carries and do little
Yeah.
classes with people. And he was working on getting it set up where you could like it was arranged like you buy a pass and you get a half an hour every couple days to go train and stuff.
Yeah.
That thing's a lot of fun. You get a little stressed out on that, even though it's like a video game,
Yeah.
but still.
Interactive video game, man. It was real intense. Yeah. So I love the was one I did. It was so funny. I'm the guy. This got a range officer in with you, and he says, "Listen to your radio." I'm the police officer, right? And you're in this scenario,
Mhm.
so I come up on the get a guy who needs to be stopped, whatever, blah blah blah. I'll try to rush through this. I don't want to take up all your time, but you pull up. I do a traffic stop. My partner gets out of the car, goes to the guy, and the guy pulls a gun on him and holds him hostage, right? And the guy yells back at me and says, "Drop your weapon, drop your gun." And I can't give up my gun. I'm a cop, right? So my partner's got his hands up. So the guy standing, he said, "What are you gonna do?" So I drew and shot my partner in the hand, so he'll buckle over holding his hand, and I shot the bad guy in the head. He said, "He said, I said, I've never seen that, but that worked."
Yeah.
That was classic. I love it. So don't be my partner. I'm gonna shoot you in the hand and shoot you or something like that.
Hey,
I'm gonna save your life, but I'm gonna
no,
shoot you.
it's merely a flesh wound. You'll make it out.
That's right, man. That's right. That's right, brother. Oh man. So how many competitions do you think you do a year? If you do them annually, you know what I mean?
Oh, for the shooting,
Yeah.
uh, where I'm at, there's IDPA matches like
Okay.
twice a month
Oh wow.
near us. I try to make one a month. I haven't been in the winter. It's pretty tough because where we're at.
Yeah.
We're at 5,800 feet. It's snowing and raining and blowing sideways and 20 degrees
Ugh.
during the winter, so it's not very fun.
Yeah.
I try to get 5 or 6 in. I only get 1, maybe 2 of the long range, but the pistol stuff I do. I'm pretty try to be active, but there's some guys out there that are just it's every weekend for them.
Yeah, it's a hobby. It's like
I
bowling.
wish I could do that too.
Oh, yeah, right?
Yeah.
That'd be a great hobby to just jump into all the time, man. But
And imagine where you're at. There's more rate. Sorry, man.
No, go ahead, brother.
There's more ranges and more ability to go places where I'm at. It's everybody's got jobs and the weekend's the only time, right?
Yeah. Well, here we got a lot of stuff out here. We got some ranges and stuff, but it's mostly lanes out here. You know what I mean? It's very rare you find the warehouses and those kind of setups and stuff. But if you want to shoot, you can find them. You know what I mean out here. So it's really cool, man. What's your favorite gun?
I have a Glock 19 that I carry between my 19 and my 43X. There's a 48 that's really got a few.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Actually, I have one that was some friends. They custom made a slide.
Yeah.
That fits. It's a 17 slide that fits on my 9 frame, on my 19 frame.
Wow.
So it's a smaller grip with a heavier slide, so there's not a lot of recoil.
Nice.
That one's more of the competition gun.
Yeah.
If I could afford it, I'd get me one of them nice staccatos or something. But
I think every guy gets a hard on when they hear the staccato. It's like, yeah.
Well, so that same guy I was talking about that works for Slipknot is he used to work for Staccato, so he would bring out this briefcase and be like, "Here, try them out."
Oh, I've never shot one, man. Is it smooth?
Oh man, that's so smooth. There's a couple of the larger frames. They're like shooting pellet guns.
Oh man, I don't think if I had that, I would never carry that thing. It's too pretty.
No, that's a $3,000 gun, man.
Right? Exactly. See, I'm like you carry a 43X. I'm the same. I carry a 43X, man. Well, everyone's into different guns, and I love all guns. You see my collection. I have guns of every kind. But I've always been a Glock guy, man. I just think because they're a brick. You know what I mean? They'll get the job done.
Yeah, I have some others that I just don't like the grip.
Yeah.
The Glock was the Gen 4.
Yeah.
And when you draw that thing, your sights are right there. You're like, oh.
Yeah, right.
You're not looking around for your sights and your target. Your sight picture and everything's good immediately.
Yeah. Like I said, they're a brick. They're very easy to use. You can run them easily. I don't know. I've just always been a Glock guy. But like yourself, I have all other kinds of guns too. I just love them. I play with them. I'll take them out every now and go, ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, so my dad's a big gun guy too, and all his stuff is at my house. So it's kind of like a shared safe. So that's why
there you
many
go.
of them. He travels quite a bit, so he just leaves his stuff at my house.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool, man. Have you ever had a situation where he had to pull on anyone?
I have not. I try to keep it. That's my last resort.
Yeah.
And that's part of the jiu-jitsu thing is really, I need to de-escalate this in a different way than getting caught for brandishing firearm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I don't know if there's classes too on shoot, don't shoot.
Yeah.
And man, it's a thin line.
Very thin. Yeah.
Where if you shoot somebody, the facts are you're going to jail for a little while.
Oh, absolutely. Even if you're not in the wrong, you're going first. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably got 2 years of your life that's going to be a mess.
Yep, trying to fight all that, man. It's one guy who was he a Navy SEAL? He was an insane dude, and he was teaching one of the class, and he says, "Hey, you have two options when you carry. Either you're trying to get yourself out of a situation, or you're trying to be the hero." And he says, "In my level, I'm never trying to be the hero. I'm trying to exit the building." I'm like, "That's brilliant. That's brilliant."
That's the SEALs I talk to, the range. No reason to be the hero.
Exactly, man. It's intense out there. I never had to pull on anyone, which is praise God. I never have.
Yeah, no,
never have. I'm gonna bounce around on you here because for your stuff here, it fascinates me, man. It really does, man. The stuff you're doing here. You got the Patriot beard. Tell me about that. What is that all about?
Well, I was involved with a gun company I'll just leave it. I'll leave their name out of it. Really,
Okay.
they're good people, great family, everything. I just maybe not.
Gotcha.
And I got involved with a bunch of veterans, and they were building a thing that was all about veteran-owned businesses and supporting each other. And I just helped them out with their charities and volunteered at their businesses. And I've had a beard my whole life. Seriously, came in when I was 16.
Oh man.
And I've been with my wife for 25, 27 years.
Oh, high school sweethearts, huh?
Never seen me clean shaven.
Wow.
So the beard just became this shtick, and having not served, it was just, oh, he's a patriot, so let's go. It's just a name that stuck.
Yeah.
Patriot beard. And then I linked up with a guy. He's a former Army. He has a company called Patriot Beard Supply, and he sells beard oil and beard balms and
oh, nice.
tattoo salve or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was doing like brand ambassador stuff for him, and just the Patriot Beard thing stuck. And my wife keeps telling me you just need to do your own, brand your own stuff, brand your own merchandise, and do it. And I don't know. I don't have that type of ego where I want to sell myself like that. But
no, it's not an ego. You provide.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah. Hey, you're providing for your family. It's a great opportunity. Your beard looks great, right? You might as well show it off, man.
Yeah, I just got it trimmed yesterday.
Nice, man. Nice. See, I wish I could grow a beard, man. Mine's just patchy. I do every clean shaving, man. My age, I'm like, I wish I had a beard, though. You guys look awesome with those beards, man.
Yeah, I used to get made fun of, 17, 18, full beard. Go to the coin toss or something in high school, and they're like, who's the grown man?
Who's the grown ringer out here?
Yeah, you supposed to be out here?
Where's your kid, man?
Yeah, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Well, it's getting a little gray now. I'm going to be Santa Claus soon.
Hey, that's all right, brother. That means you made it.
I'll just embrace it.
Hey, you're not going to start dyeing it or nothing like that?
No, I refuse. It's just like the hair disappearing on my head. I'll just shave it.
Yeah, that's the same here.
Just shave it. I'm not going to grow it out, comb it over, dye it, any of that stuff. Just
take it off.
Embrace what you got,
Hey, I like it. Embrace the crossover. See,
I mean, you've earned all those hairs. You've earned those sore spots.
Yeah.
In your body.
Yeah, you've heard them all, man. But isn't it funny how, men, we're just like, we look good enough. Women go through so much to look good. It's crazy. I see some stuff. I'm like, why do they do all that? I'm like, nah.
Yeah, my wife and I have this conversation all the time. She's like, showering. It's 2 hours of stuff to get out of the house.
Right. And you're done like in 5 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah, just give me a 10-minute warning. I'll get my shoes on.
Right? Exactly. And load up with your knife, your gun, your flashlight.
Yeah.
The whole routine.
Get your stuff together.
I know, man. I know. But man, but I love being a guy, man. We just throw the water on our face and let's go. Let's go hit the world, man. Show them what we got.
Yeah, I might have a stray hair on the beard once in a while on the side, but it doesn't take me 2 hours to fix it.
Just pluck that bastard.
Yeah. Oh, you want to be out there? We'll just trim you.
We'll just trim you. I'll show you. That'll show you.
Yep, next. It's all good.
Oh, man. But I hope you do that Patriot Beard thing. I really do, man. Because I tell you, just the name Patriot Beard sounded so badass, man. Yeah, that was cool. Man, you get some stuff started. It happened fast.
Yeah, I got some buddies that make hats and stuff. I was actually going to have them make me some hats. See where it goes.
Yeah.
Probably should get my own beard oil.
You should. You can get that stuff made anywhere too, but you can put your own spin on it too, man.
Yeah, that's what one of my coworkers, he's like, dude, just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
And you do it while it's hot, because a lot of times things are fads, but guys been doing beards for a long time. That may stick for a long time, man. Everyone's putting stuff in this beard. I got a guy named Scott I roll with, and he's got the big beard, looks like Santa Claus. Looks like some of my shirt models. Everybody's always asking, is that one of the models? And every time I roll with him, I'm in the middle of rolling. I'm like, man, your beard smells great, man. What do you got on that thing? Right before
that thing is most of them smell like patchouli oil and stuff, and a lot of the guys don't like that. So when you get a beard oil or something that smells good,
Yeah.
like I let my wife pick. She's the one that has to deal with me, right?
Oh, there you go. Smart move. Smart move. And she knows what
So
she likes. She knows it's gonna smell good.
yeah, so if I smell good to her, we're good to go.
Exactly, man. But I hope you do it, man. I hope you do it, man. There's so many opportunities out there online. It's insane, man. There's a whole bunch of crap out there too, you know. So if you be one that's good, you'll go far, man. You will.
Yep.
You will go far. So you
Put in the work.
put in the work. That's right, and you love to work, man. Apparently, all the stuff you're doing, man. Now, what is the Matthew Axelson Foundation that you're a part of?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of or seen the movie Lone Survivor?
Yes.
There's a gentleman, the redhead in there is Matthew Axelson.
Okay. Wow.
His parents live here in this town that I live in, and I met them through chance. And my wife used to do a lot of charity work for breast cancer. She had this fundraiser she worked and ran for 20 years.
Wow.
It kind of ended. COVID killed it.
Really?
It was kind of a pain.
Oh.
It was called Bunko for breast cancer. We gave a lot of money to the local. There's a local place that does stuff for the women that have the cancer. It's not just throwing money at research. It's helping them
directly
put gas in their car so they can get to treatment.
Awesome. Direct stuff is the best. Yeah.
So the Axelsons knew that stuff, and they started a golf tournament in honor of their son to raise money for. They give back to Special Operations Warrior Foundation, which pays for fallen soldiers' kids to go to college. Wow. And they recently added, they'll pay for their private school, they'll pay for daycare, things like that. So we raise about $120,000 every year at this golf tournament locally.
Holy cow!
And donate it to that organization, and then there's another one, the SEAL Future Foundation.
Yeah,
which helps SEALs and special operations guys when they get out, connect with each other in the community and roll back into life.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Give them, they get out there and there's a sense of they're alone.
Mm-hmm.
They can't adapt to what's going on, and it gives them a little club and some people to hang out with and network with and get a job. And
yeah,
it's pretty cool. The guy that runs it, he lives here near us, and he's actually together with Cindy Axelson, who is Matthew's widow.
Okay.
So they run these foundations together and really help the fallen soldier community. And I didn't serve my country, but I feel like if I'm doing this, I'm helping those that let me be a free man.
That's awesome. I love that, man.
And show them the appreciation, right? One best way to honor them is live your life worthy of their sacrifice.
Amen. I like that, man. That's awesome, man. Now, how long have you been doing this kind of stuff? For somebody who hasn't served, you give a lot, man. That's amazing. That's pretty good. How long have you been doing this stuff?
I've been helping this foundation probably 4 or 5 years, but I was doing other stuff with them, just not in the capacity that I am now, where we really helped plan this golf tournament, and it's always been that way. You always wanted to give back, right? I've always coached football, and whatever my kids did, I coached that sport.
Okay.
Just to be a part of it or give back. And my wife has just been involved in this breast cancer thing for years, and it just was a sense of giving back to the community, right?
Yeah. That's pretty awesome, man. You guys seem like you're made for each other.
Yeah, she's my rock.
Man, that's good stuff, man. So you've been doing it for quite a while.
Well, my grandma said, you do good, you forget about it. You do bad, and you'll think about it.
Ooh, that is true. You do bad things, it weighs on your spirit for a long time, man. Wow.
It's all karma.
It is, man. That is good stuff, man. Wow. Man, you're full of stuff tonight. I like this. You see my notes? I'm taking a lot of notes over here. I tell you, I really am. That's really good, man.
Well, I've been reflecting a lot on my life recently. thinking about if I've done enough.
Wow.
And when you start looking at it, you go, maybe I have, maybe I haven't, but do I feel bad about anything I've done? No. And I think if your conscience is clear and you got a good constitution going, you're probably right with God then, huh?
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Well, you know what? If you can live life, you can lay your head down every night not regretting anything. Man, that's a peaceful rest, my friend. That is a peaceful rest. Wow. Now, does your wife do martial arts also, and she in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with you?
No, they always try to get her to do it,
Yeah.
but because we hang out with like my professor, he's actually one of my best friends now.
Yeah.
There's a couple of the black belts that I've become good friends with, and their wives and everything, and we hang out. So they're always hounding on my wife. We have some Muay Thai stuff too.
Yeah.
She talks about doing that, but she works so much right now. She got this new job.
Yeah.
Try to get her in there, but she won't do the martial arts.
I'll let you roll around, be sweaty.
Yeah, you just protect me.
There you go. She'll be passenger princess, they call them. That's right.
Yeah, yep.
Oh man. Oh.
She wouldn't want to mess up her hair.
Well, you don't want her hair messed up anyway.
Nah.
He said no. But you guys, how did you guys meet though? You guys met in high school, right?
Yeah, I was a senior in high school and she was a freshman, but we didn't really know each other. She lived down the street.
Okay.
And met her at Denny's of all places.
Oh wow.
She worked there and I went in and I don't know, I had a piece of cheesecake or something. She busted me on the story because we argue about this all the time that she picked up on me. I didn't pick up on her.
Oh yeah. She saw that sexy bearded old man high school guy.
Yeah, apparently, I don't know. I was already graduated and in my mind I was like, oh, she's still in high school. This is kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then she turned 18 and we just kept talking and talking and then that was 1997, 1998.
Wow, man.
And here we are, married with 2 kids.
Man, you have the American dream right there, man. You really do, man.
Yeah.
Now, your kids do any martial arts with you at all?
My son was doing jiu-jitsu with us for a bit, and then he really got into bodybuilding and stuff. So he's a physical specimen of a human being. I wish he would continue.
Okay.
But he's 22.
Yeah.
He's got time.
So in other words, he saw women.
Yeah.
He got in the gym. There you go.
He's actually finishing up some school to be a personal trainer and stuff. So
Oh.
see where that takes him.
That's good.
My professor was always bugging him because my son's about 6 foot, 200 pounds, fast. Just the way you wish you could look.
Yeah, right. that look we all wish we had.
Yeah, well, I'm not. I'm 5'10", like 275. So
a little bit different. Not too bad. Just a little different.
Yeah, I'm a little thicker.
Now we're gonna call it thick. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what the ladies call it for themselves. I'm just thick. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Sure, okay. I'm not gonna argue with you.
Nope. No.
Now, how did you jack your hip up, man? You got a hip replacement a couple years back.
Oh man. So I was rolling with a friend, and so I felt this pop and burn, which turned out to be I pulled my labrum.
Okay.
And I kept training. We were training for this tournament, and I just couldn't. And everything I did, it hurt. So I went to the doctor, and he's like, well, you got arthritis in that hip.
What?
I'm like, hold on. I'm 43 years old, man. 44 years old. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And he's like, listen, you played football, you did wrestling, you were lifting a lot of weights in high school, you snowboarded, skied,
oh man,
rode motors. So you've done all these things, and you just abused your hips. And it looks kind of like maybe you had hip dysplasia when you were younger, and you just didn't know it.
Wow.
And so the first doctor told me these things, but also when I asked, what do I do? He says, well, just don't do anything to irritate it. You're too young.
Wow.
I'm like, well, that's not the answer. I'm just gonna take 2 a leave in the morning and 2 at night and limp for the rest of my until
That's
I'm
right.
60, huh? So I went to a different doctor, and he said, before we get into this, let me ask you, what do you want out of life? Well, simple things. I want to walk on the beach with my wife and just be a man. I want to live.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good answer.
Okay.
So perfect. You hear this stuff, you're too young for a hip replacement and these things, but they last 20, 25 years.
Yeah.
And even at that, they have to replace a couple little pieces.
Okay.
So it wasn't like they talked you into it. They just, well, hey, what's your decision here? And I was like, well, I want to go do life.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. Duh. You're still young. Heck yeah.
So it was November of 21.
Wow.
I had a full hip replacement, and then about April of 22, I started sneaking back to the gym to watch technique, and I was doing my PT that was asked of me and things like that, and doing more, and then I would just kind of do some movement with the dummy.
Yeah.
And it took a while. It took probably a year before I started rolling it with someone.
Okay.
And even at that, it was, everybody has their favorite partner who's not going to kill you.
Yeah. Right. Yep. Yep. Yeah.
And that's what I slowly rolled and just did drills and got back into it. And then I had some pain in my hip, and I went back to the doctor, and he's like, I mean, I really wouldn't advise you to keep doing jiu-jitsu, but
Oh, wow.
he's like, you ever tell your kid to not do something and they do it,
Right. Right.
and you're proud of it, you're still kind of proud of them. He's like, I get to tell other people that I replaced your hip and you're actively still doing jiu-jitsu and doing things.
That's awesome.
Living life.
Right.
Actually, I have an appointment next Tuesday to get a checkup, which you told me to come get a checkup every 2 years or something. And
okay. Make sure you're still
I'll
bionic.
find out. Yeah. This chunk of titanium and some screws.
Yeah.
It was kind of tough recovery, kind of sitting around doing nothing.
Really? So it stiffened up on you and all that?
Oh, it was really bad. You're on a walker for like 2 weeks, and then a cane for months.
Wow.
I mean, you're walking with you walk within an hour of surgery.
Really?
Yeah, they come and
What?
they come and get you out of bed. This physical therapist was like yelling at me. He's like, you got to get up. You're on the walker,
Oh,
you need to walk down to the end of the hall and back, and then you got to use the bathroom, and you don't get to leave till you use the bathroom.
What? Wow.
Okay.
Why so soon? I heard they do it soon, but not that. I didn't know it was that soon.
It was an hour.
What?
And then I was on the walker, I'm supposed to walk laps every couple hours, which I probably wore out the hardwood floor doing.
Oh, man.
Well, I did it during the winter thinking I'll be stuck in the house anyways. And it was kind of taxing to be stuck in the house. Got a little cabin fever doing that.
Oh, I bet, man. Now, do you feel...
But
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say there's stairs in the house, so they helped out a little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, going up and down. Oh, man. Yeah. Now, how did it feel getting up like an hour after? Was it like excruciating pain, or was it just like, I can't move this leg?
No, not... I mean, you're pretty doped up.
Yeah.
They gave you so much stuff like that. I think they gave me a Valium, a fentanyl, and then some Oxy.
Oh, man.
And then they knock you out. And then they put you on a regiment of these drugs afterwards, which I took the Oxys for about 4 or 5 days. It just made me feel so terrible.
Yeah.
The pain around day 3 and 4 was miserable, but I just couldn't take the how high I was off the Oxys.
Yeah.
Wife would ask a question, and just staring at her like your dog when he turns his head.
Yeah. She's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Wow. Now,
But I also like to know the threshold of my pain, right?
oh, so you're a pusher.
So
Okay, that's good.
well,
Yeah.
like I want to know that if I'm going to take that step and it's going to hurt, that you probably shouldn't be taking that step then.
Okay. So you test it, yeah.
Instead of when you're all doped up, you take the steps, and then when you come down, you're hurt, you're miserable.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
You're all drugged up going up the dang things. Holy cow. Man. Now, when you started training again, did you feel almost, no, not bionic, but, did you feel like, oh, man, this leg feels really good. Really, really good. This hip feels amazing.
it felt, I mean, comparatively to the pain I was in before,
Yeah.
it was amazing.
Okay.
The problem being going back was the muscles were tight and everything. All that time you'd spend on the mat opening up your hips.
Yeah. Yeah.
They were closed. They were closed back up in half the time, and
Man.
I still have a little problems here and there where trying to knee shield or something with that leg.
Yeah.
Like there was a guy I rolled with the other day. He's over 300 pounds, and I could really feel it in that hip when he was trying to pass my guard. I was like, oh, you just want to give it up.
Just let him have it, right?
Yeah, it's yours. Move.
Yeah, let's do something different here.
Yeah, we're not winning gold medals anyways.
Right? Man, that's got to be brutal, man. Getting back in there and feeling that kind of pressure on that leg and everything else, man. Well, I commend you, man.
I had a lot of guys kind of trying to, hey, which leg is it? Which leg? You guys roll, do your thing. I will tap. I will move.
Yeah.
I'll tell you to stop. I'm not scared.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm a purple belt, and if I'm playing with a white belt and it hurts, I'm stopping. Sorry, man.
Yep. Yep. Exactly. Exactly. Because you have no ego about it. You know what I mean? And that's a good thing. Like you said earlier, you can't bring your ego in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or any kind of martial arts. You can't bring your ego in the door, man. If it's hurting, you got to stop.
No, the old. You're this old.
Yeah.
I don't want to say we're old, but
oldish.
in your mind, you're still that 16-year-old kid running the gym, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And you have to realize that you can't do 5, 6, 7 rolls in open mat every day.
No.
Because the next day, you almost got to call into work.
Yeah, right? You got to pop a lot of pills, man. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was in a regiment of going, what I do now is trying to do 3 to 4 days a week. So I was at 4 for the longest time. And I just, you feel so beat up every day. You don't feel like you're getting anything out of it after the third day. I'm just there to be somebody's body dummy. You know what I mean? And
you get to a point where you're so sore that you're kind of not doing all the moves or not doing something. So you're not even.
You play dead a lot.
I try to get minimum 2 days. Minimum. It has to be 2 days.
There you go.
And usually the third one is we open mat on Saturday mornings, which is just mostly stretching and get a couple rolls in with some guys and maybe train with them because there's younger guys that are doing tournaments.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'll work with them, say, what do you want to work on today? It'll get me some rolling and some movement.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Big time.
I did do a tournament back in August, and there was only 2 of us, so I got second place.
Yeah.
I had him on points every match, but I ended up leaving my arm out there a couple of times.
Oh, and they caught it. Yeah, it happens.
What I realized is that I'm not in competition shape.
Yeah. No, that's so funny you said that. It was 2 years ago, a year and a half, 2 years. Yeah, 2 years ago. A year and a half. I went to Vegas to Worlds, and I was like, only reason why I went because some buddies were doing it. I was like, I'll go, whatever. I'm ready for this. I'm Tony. Oh my gosh, yeah. I'm like, I am not ready for this today.
You competed at Worlds?
Yeah, I went to Worlds.
Ooh.
Trust me, man. It was. I tell you, he didn't tap me, but my Lord, I would get off that mat, and my coach, she says to me, because the coach's wife, Patty, when she's a coach there too, and she was there coaching me, and as soon as I get off the mat, I was the last guy of the group that was competing that weekend, and so she get off the mat. She says, "You want your tequila now?" Okay, let's start partying. Because no one was partying until I was the last guy, So she gives me 2 shots tequila right there. I get off the mat. I said, "Let's go."
Yep.
I don't need.
Yeah, we talked.
I'm sorry.
We talked about going to. We talked about going to Worlds as a group, and I'm like, man, guys, I don't we need to get to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm seeing some other guys that are going to World's Masters, and they're in shape. There's this Marine that he's about 28, purple belt. He's like 6'4", 210,
Yeah.
physical specimen of human beings. And he said he did Worlds last year and the year before. And you're like, this guy, he's our new mat enforcer, actually.
No, geez, there you go.
But he's doing. There's this thing called the Mountain Warfare Base where they teach them to survive out in the wilderness
Oh,
and up in the
wow.
snow.
Yeah.
That's south. That's south of us, and actually, my professor is a firefighter on that base.
Wow.
So he's always recruiting the Marines to come up and roll with us. But those guys you get these little, I call them kids because you're under 30, you're a kid
You're still
anymore.
a kid. That's right. That's right. You're still a kid. Exactly. Exactly, man. But some of these guys, and one thing I've realized, some of these guys at these tournaments, man, that's one thing about Worlds. It's nothing. I think it's amazing that anybody just goes. You know what I mean? Try any tournament. It doesn't have to be Worlds, anything. But I realized that, I'm not that serious about it to where, I have to win everything. Don't get me wrong, I'm trying. But if I lose, I had an experience of being out there. You know what I mean? So, it's like,
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I don't have to win. Everybody's go, oh man, sorry you lost. I'm like, how many 47-year-old men got off their couch today
Exactly.
and went and wrestled another man?
Exactly. For nothing. For no reason at all.
Apparently only one, because it was only him and I in the tournament.
Right. Exactly. You two got up and did it.
And you know what? I made a friend that day.
Yeah. The guy that beat me, I made a friend. Actually, we chatted back and forth on Facebook a little bit, and he was a really cool dude, man. It was good stuff. Man, that's what about the community in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or any martial arts. I think it's a tight community, man. Everybody's just there to be friends, and it's not too many dicks around. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like the dicks weed themselves out.
Oh, easily.
And they move on pretty quick. They realize people don't want to deal with them, and
Yep.
Everyone I met. There's one gym that we don't really associate with.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's on them. But everybody in this area that I live for 50, 60 miles, you're welcome at their open mat for drop-ins, and everybody's taking care of each other, and it's just this great community.
That's what it's about, brother.
I made some of the best friends of my life in the last 6 years of doing jiu-jitsu.
That's awesome, man. It's nothing like that camaraderie. That it's almost like I don't know how to say it. Like you guys when you guys talk, you click because you're doing something that most people aren't doing. You know what I mean? Am I getting that? Am I saying that right? You know what I mean? It's like you have this common bond. You know what I mean? And it's really cool, man. It's really cool.
You're doing something hard, and you're learning something together.
Yeah.
And you bond over that, but then you start talking and you start realizing that you're just the same.
Literally, just the same.
He's just a dude working.
Yep.
Coming here, got a wife and 2 kids, and he's just here kind of getting a mental break from that and challenging himself and trying to. The cure for anxiety that happens in jiu-jitsu.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing.
It is, man. Can you think about it? I'm sure you've had things on your mind on the way there. Then when you get on the mat, literally, you don't think about anything else until you leave the mat. Maybe an hour after practice, then you're like, oh, man, I forgot I got to do this thing I got to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, when you kick off the shoes and bow in, it stays over there, and you have some. And there might be a dude that you bond with. You might have a conversation with them after.
Yeah.
But, hey, man, I noticed you're off tonight. You want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll talk. Maybe you won't. But
and that's cool.
We've been, one of our guys just passed away of cancer, so.
Oh, man. Sorry to hear that, brother. Wow. Wow. How old was he?
We've been he was 47.
Wow.
48 years old.
Young guy, man. Wow.
He was still through his treatments coming and rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Just for the camaraderie and the bond, he needed it mentally, and it brought a lot of us tighter together.
Yeah.
We're like a little family now. It's kind of, like I said, the best friends I've ever, in 48 years on this planet.
Yeah.
You had all those friends when you were younger.
Yeah.
your herd got smaller and smaller,
Mm-hmm.
and then your jiu-jitsu community, you've got, man,
Yeah.
it's a cool thing. Yeah, I mean, you've been in the community for 30, 40 years.
Since
30
like
years.
8 years old, man. I've been in some form of
Yeah,
martial arts,
man.
man. So you're right, man. And I still got
But
friends
you've
from
seen,
back in the day, man, that we catch each other on Facebook or something like that, and we just start talking about old times. Nothing's missed, man. It's really cool, man.
and that's that bond of doing something hard together.
It is. It is, man. And it's just I don't know. I always talk to my buddy. I got a buddy that I roll with. This one of my favorite rolling partners named Vic, Mad Enforcer, and he's like, I just enjoy working out with him. We talk a lot after training. We go get beers together. We go have cigars together. It's a unique and tight community, and I love it, man.
Everywhere you go, we had Dean Lister came and did a seminar. He
Wow.
did this leg lock seminar, and
Yeah.
it was intimidating to go. Right, I go, and there's 20 black belts there that are in our community that I look up to as these pillars in our community, and they're looking at Dean Lister like I'm looking at him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, and he was so amazing. He
Really,
just came in. One of the guys taught. Oh, it was amazing.
man.
I didn't know anything about him other than his jiu-jitsu career. Like you don't know him personally.
Well, of course
He's just
not.
teaching
Yeah.
seminars. But he came in, was a great guy, wanted to bond with everyone, talk about life, teach you things, and just hang out and go have a beer afterwards.
Man, that's a guy, man. That's cool. That is cool.
You know, how you kind of expect these guys to have an ego, like, hey, I made it to the peak.
Mm-hmm.
No, he doesn't. He don't think that way, and I'm noticing like you said, now there's too many dicks around. They weed themselves out and they disappear.
And they're gone. One thing I found that, especially as we get older and, we don't have anything to prove, especially when some guys like Dean Lister, those guys are badasses, literally. You know what I mean? They got nothing to prove. So why not I find they're the nicest guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They got nothing to prove
some
to
of the stuff
anybody.
he showed us. Whew.
It's phenomenal, huh?
That was it. That was an experience. Just little things that tweak the way you hold your hands or the way you do something. It was just amazing. It was, and the leg lock game where he gets leg locks from.
Okay.
I'm like, how do you even get in there?
And there's a leg?
Yep. It was fun.
Oh man! Now, are you guys are gi or no gi, or you guys do both over there at your place?
We do both. We alternate weeks. 1 week. We used to do Fridays were no gi only, right? But we just found that you'd have everyone's hit and miss, and Fridays would be packed because there's no gi.
Yeah.
But I don't mind either. The only thing I don't like about gi is getting redressed every time. Other than that,
put your gi on.
The grips and everything are a lot easier. I think you need both.
Yeah.
I like both.
Okay.
Some guys prefer one over the other, but we do. Because I know other schools do like white belt is gi all the way through white belt. You're not even allowed to do no gi until you get promoted to blue.
Really? Okay.
Now, there's a school near us up in Reno that does that, and I don't know why. That's just the way to do it. I think that's a Hinzo school.
Okay. Okay, well, they have their reasoning for it. If it works, it works, I get it. Everybody's a little different. I don't know. At our place, we do coaches, they do gi and no gi. I think it's almost like alternating days. I don't go to the night classes. I'm the day guy. I go to the day classes. What most of us old guys go to. We don't want to run into those what's called those competition class kids. So I think they do it on and off, alternating days at night. It's really cool though.
Yeah.
I like.
We alternate weeks.
Oh, you do the whole week.
Yeah, but so we have like Monday, Wednesday, Friday is jiu-jitsu, and Tuesday, Thursdays are Muay Thai.
Oh, okay. So you guys do Muay Thai too? You do some Muay Thai at all or no?
I was doing a little bit of it, but I haven't been able to really kick with the hip.
Yeah.
I'd like to get back into it to move, but I was just sticking to the jiu-jitsu side.
Yeah.
But we have guys that, like this one guy, Javi, He just got his black belt in jiu-jitsu, but he's the main teacher for Muay Thai. He goes to like Thailand and
Wow.
does the bare knuckle boxing and stuff.
Wow.
That guy's a machine.
Oh my gosh.
And even my professor, he wrestled in high school.
Yeah.
And did a lot of Muay Thai and stuff while he was in the Air Force. And then he does jiu-jitsu and stuff too.
Oh man.
He started dabbling in jiu-jitsu then and then went full jiu-jitsu once.
Yeah.
I don't know, sometime in the Air Force.
Now,
But he's been
at your place, you guys have a lot of military guys. I know you said police officers. You got a lot of military guys in there?
Yeah. Because of my professor is ex-Air Force, and from the Air Force, he became a firefighter in the Air Force, and then transitioned he works for the DOJ or whatever. He's a firefighter on the Marine base. So a lot of the Marines that come through will come to jiu-jitsu stuff, and then we just, as the community grows, get out there, guys see what's going on, or they might have trained a little bit while they were in the Navy or whatever, and they're coming in. We have a few cops, not too many, but a lot of firefighters in the military.
Okay.
I think it seems to go hand in hand where a lot of the military guys end up in a law enforcement or firefighter career.
Right. They transition right into that, They don't have to. I think that because they don't have to learn a new skill set. You know what I mean? They can use what they've learned right into a career, which is really cool.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
Not such a struggle.
Yeah, exactly. How many students you guys have at your place out there, roughly?
Good night's probably 20.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're hit and miss. Some Fridays are a little rougher when everybody's like it's basketball season and there's a basketball game. You might only have six adults or kids. Based on wrestling season or football season.
Yeah.
But my professor, like I said, he has a job, and this is his passion, so it's a side gig for him.
Oh yeah.
So as long as he has enough to pay rent, he's good.
That's cool, man. That's something he loves to do.
Yeah, and I think the Muay Thai actually, because a lot of the women like the Muay Thai because it's like exercise.
Yeah.
So he has a lot of, morning Muay Thai classes.
For the moms. That's cool though, man. That's cool.
Mom fit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They got to get out of the house for those kids get back home from school. So they got to go burn some stuff off, man.
Yep.
Now, how do you approach your training now? I mean, you're a little older. You have the replaced hip. What's your mindset stepping on the mats now? I know you do a lot. You still do. You touched on this a little bit, but I think at our ages, there's going to be a lot more guys out there that's, got a lot of injuries and things like that, getting into the arts or, or through the years, and then they want to train differently. What do you do that's a little different? How do you train now?
I mean, nobody likes warm-ups. But I enjoyed some of the warm-ups, the movement, and the drills. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes that's all I'll do instead of open mat. I won't do open mat at the end,
Yeah.
I'll just do the drills and the movement, and if I'm not feeling good, like your arm hurts from maybe you got caught a couple times the night before. I'll give it a try, and if it hurts, I'm not pushing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't. Whereas before, and I say before, which is probably only 3 years ago.
Yeah.
You would push through,
right?
Power through. I'm not quitting. I'm not doing this, and then I wake up the next day, and you're like, oh man, I can't even go to work today.
Yeah. Yeah. You have a life. You can't
go store. I can't get the lid off the milk to pour it in my coffee.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know.
So just taking a different approach is that stay moving, but know your limits. You're not 21 anymore.
Yeah.
You're not healing overnight.
Don't you miss those days?
Yeah. You could work out and then you woke up in the morning like, oh, you kind of feel that you did some bench press
just
yesterday.
A little bit, but you can do it again if you need to.
Yeah. Now I'm like 3 days later, but man, I did bench press on Monday.
I gotta do it again. Crap.
It's hard to get out of bed today.
I know.
I just take slower approach, less abrasive approach on your body.
Yeah. Yeah, take it easy, take it slow. Like I tell most guys I see an older guy coming in and they want to go hardcore with and I understand why they want to keep up with the younger guys, and I understand that. And it's an ego thing, but not the negative ego, like I can kick this guy's ass, nothing like that. But it's like I want to prove to myself I still have it, and I see some
Yeah.
of these guys, and it's like, guys, just you don't have to roll every roll. Sit down, sit out one. Take one, sit down one. Take it easy. There's a tomorrow.
Yeah, and that's it. You don't have to roll back to back. You can. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Your your ego's not going to get hurt by taking a round off or not doing 6 rounds with a 28-year-old Marine.
Yeah, right. Now he's got something to prove. He's trying to fight for his life out there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go home and kiss my wife goodnight and not do it with a sling on my arm.
Exactly, man. A lot of time what my buddy Vic told me, he says, hey, if you're gonna roll every roll, make sure if you roll a couple hard ones, you take an easy one. Not calling anyone easy, but maybe I'll go with a small lady. You know what I mean? Because you're not gonna just pressure them. You're gonna work on more movements and let them work more. But you're still moving. So I'm like, you know what? I've done that. Then the girls start kicking my ass. So damn, what am I gonna do? I gotta sit out.
Yeah.
Coach is like, you sitting out, Tony? Yeah, I'm sitting out.
We got this younger gal. She's a white belt, and you do that. You're like, oh, I'm a whole nother person if I put my pressure on top of her.
Yeah.
So I'll let her work and everything, and all of a sudden you're stuck. You're caught.
You're caught, man.
Oh boy.
But then you have to go into that talking like you're trying to teach him a technique from that position. Yeah.
Let me show you how to finish that.
Yeah, right.
You were finishing me. Don't worry.
Yeah. Exactly, man. It was this one girl. She's a new white belt. I think she's a one-stripe white belt. I think she's a fitness coach, a fitness trainer for the Chicago Bears. And I didn't know that about her, and so it was like odd man out, and she was the last one. And so coach was like, he's like, roll with Allison. I was like, oh sure, I'll roll with you. And so I talk a lot. I'm joke around. I joke around with everybody. So I'm like, I don't want to roll with no girl. She can't keep up with all of this. I'm talking smack to her. And I think she thought I was serious because that girl went straight ham on me. I'm like, holy cow. In the middle of the roll, I said, why are you so angry?
Why are you trying to hurt me?
Yeah. I guess she didn't know me that I joke around and I'm an idiot, But she took those as a challenge. I was like, holy cow. Yeah. Oh, man. But it's awesome, man. So I'm sorry, I done talked over you. So you're so easy to talk to. So it's like I'm talking to my buddy. We're just going back and forth, man. That's awesome.
Man, I like it. It made me comfortable. I'm not all nervous and sweating over here.
Good. That's good, man. That's awesome. That's awesome, brother. But man, so your advice would be take it easy, Scott. I love getting everyone's different advice. But the cool thing about it, that everyone is in our age group. I'm just going to say that, not old, but in our age group, we have basically the same philosophy on how to train now. We train smarter. We're not trying to compete against the world. We have jobs. We have lives we got to do. You know what I mean?
When I first started, I had that approach, but you kind of get rid of it pretty quick as soon as you get injured.
Yeah. Yeah. And usually we get injured because we're doing something that we shouldn't be doing, in my opinion. It's rarely the other guy's fault. I won't say that.
Yeah, An upper belt didn't hurt you.
Yes.
You hurt yourself. You hurt yourself flexing through it.
Yep.
Bench pressing through it.
Yep.
When they keep telling you you're super strong, you should probably relax a little bit.
You should relax a little bit. Exactly. But I got my buddy. He's a black belt. He's the guy I was training with the beard, and it's so I always, because he really is strong, and every time he gets me in position, I say, God, stop using so much strength. And he gets so mad every time I say that. And I know he's gonna go harder just because I say that. I'm like, I tap him out.
You're like, great. Now I gotta go harder with technique.
Right, exactly. Oh man. But it's fun out there. And as you can attest to it, it's fun getting on the mat, making friends, and just enjoying yourselves, man.
Yeah, what's helpful for me is we have a lot of old guys.
Oh, do you really?
I talk about the young Marine, but my professors over 40. There's quite a few of us over 40.
Yeah.
But it took a little bit for everybody to realize that we're not this competition team out there.
Yeah.
And when everyone settles down and gets into that same notion, we're learning jiu-jitsu and we're still all advancing. We're all bonding,
Yeah.
and no one's getting hurt except for the new white belt that thinks he's gonna bench press his way out of the black belt's
Exactly. Side
pressure.
control. It ain't gonna happen. You just might take a deep breath and let it out slowly and tap.
Yeah. Yep.
Now tell me this: how many guys have you mother milked? Tell me, it's got to be some of them.
Well, it's everybody. We always crack a joke. I wear a rash guard under my gi now because there's this one. He's a black belt now. This kid he's like an anaconda.
Oh yeah.
You exhale and he's tighter. We were cracking jokes because I got on top and it was like the scene on Something About Mary where they're playing basketball.
Yeah.
We always make jokes about that. So now I wear a rash guard now under my gi every time, just so they're not getting the full chest hair in the face.
Sloppy.
I try to be nice to my training partners because I'm going to end up underneath them once or twice.
That's true, man. And payback's a bitch, man.
Yeah, especially with them big guys. We've got this one guy. His name's Greg. We call him Gregzilla. He's a mammoth of a human being, and he went and lost 50 pounds. But when he lost 50 pounds, he put on 25 of muscle.
Oh
so
man,
he's so strong.
Oh my gosh,
and he has great technique. And then he gets 2-on-1 on an arm. You're like,
you're done.
I'm probably gonna lose that arm if I don't.
He said, I'm gonna lose that arm, aren't I? He said, yep. I'm taking that arm with me. Oh man, I hate. I'm sure you do the same thing when you're rolling with guys. You talk smack to each other while you're rolling, and my buddies are always talking about, I'm gonna do this. I'm like, no, you're not. I'm always that's weak. That's weak. As I'm losing my oxygen. Oh, that's weak. You can't finish me.
Yeah.
I can't breathe, but you didn't finish me because I'm always looking at the clock. I'm always staring at that clock, man. When I'm on the bottom, I'm staring at that clock. How long can I last before he kills me? But man, that's awesome, man. Oh man.
I love it.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
Absolutely.
For a while there, I honestly thought I was gonna have to quit, and that was killing me to make that decision, and then I just went back and started doing it anyways.
Okay.
And I'm glad I did, because I didn't want to be the disappearing blue belt.
Yes, the magical. Where'd they go? Ooh, he's gone. But you had a legit reason. But think about it. If you had to quit, there was a legit reason to quit. If you're gonna have a reason to quit, you know what I mean. You got surgery. You don't want to jack your legs up anymore, your hips. But you know what? You're stuck in there, man.
It really made me adapt to how I was approaching it. I mean, obviously, I can't just throw my leg in there and get it torqued one way and dislocate. Supposedly, it dislocates pretty easy. I haven't found that out, and I don't want to.
Oh, it's really the hips. The new hip dislocates very easily. Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So through the first 9 months, they don't even want you to bend over straight-legged and touch your toes.
What?
Because you'll dislocate your hip.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, I hope I never have to have that happen. Oh, jeez.
They said I might have to do the other one. I'm going to wait it out.
Yeah, you got to wait until you're really done, till your retirement.
I'm going to wait and see when it hurts.
Yeah. Is that a guy thing? It doesn't hurt enough.
No.
Man, that's awesome. Brother, I'm telling you, this has been awesome, man. I tell you, big time, man. What are you going to say? I'm sorry, I cut you. I'm always cutting you off. I was just going
to... Bobby, I'm cutting you off.
No, brother.
Like you said, it's a smooth, easy conversation. I thank you for letting me invite me on. When I first saw your message to me, I was like, man, am I really the type of person that people want to hear from? And then I talked to a coworker, and he's like, listen, man, you're just an average, everyday dude. You said it yourself, but people want to know that there's average, everyday dudes out there going to work.
Yep.
Still finding time to train.
Yep.
You give back to your community. You're living life, raising kids.
Yes, sir.
You stayed married through all of this.
Yep. That's a rarity.
They want to know that, right? They don't. It's not all about it's it's not all the glamour that everyone has on their Facebook and their Instagram posts, you
No,
know?
absolutely not, man. I love talking, like you just said, I love talking to everyday guys because people can't relate to those people those flashy, and I'm not knocking them. Hey, if you got a fantastic, phenomenal jet setting life, I'm jealous. Go do it. But most people they don't relate to that, but they relate to you. They relate to people like you who's doing the same
Yeah,
thing they're doing.
they relate to, I work 40 hours a week. I'm a maintenance worker in my real life, and outside of it, I gotta find what works for me to work out, to
Yep.
train,
Yep.
and to learn other things.
Yep. You said it, brother.
And we're all doing it.
Exactly. We're all doing it one way or another. We all end up on the mat, right? That's good stuff,
Yes.
man. Well, brother, before we get you out of here, man, tell us all your social media platforms, all the stuff where people can reach you. Give us all your handles and all that stuff. And I need the date when you're going to start that Patriot Beard, brother. Come on.
Okay. Uh, I am at Patriot Beard on Instagram and TikTok. I think I have a Facebook page too. I don't pay attention to that one too much because the Instagram and the TikTok are pretty
Yeah, those are fast ones.
most contact.
Yeah.
I enjoy Instagram. It's pictures, it's stories, real quick. You know,
Yeah.
the things you do. I try to keep that one about me and what I'm doing. Try to keep my family out of it, but
That's
don't
cool.
find it out.
That's cool. That's cool. So Patriot Beard on everything out there. And especially Facebook is for old people. That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what my kids tell me.
Yeah. Well, man, this has been awesome, brother. We do have to do a number 2. Not when you get the other hip done, but you know.
No, let's talk about something else.
That's right. That's right. That's right, brother. But man, you're awesome, man. Appreciate you coming on, man. We'll talk soon though, brother.
All right, thank you, Tony.
Hey,
This is
take care
awesome.
of yourself. Talk to you soon.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.
Oh, man.